I am Kristian Toivo, Executive Director of TIP, or Telecom Infra project, and I had the great pleasure of sharing my thoughts related to Mobile World Congress 2023, what I expect to see there, and also talk a little bit about what TIP is going to showcase and talk about there, and of course finally also what's happening in one of the most important and interesting area of telecommunications, which is OpenRAN. So, Mobile World Congress, what would I expect to see? I think there will be for sure a lot of the usual stuff, meaning new products, new contracts, new partnerships that are being showcased, talked about and promoted. And I think that's also at the heart and the base of Mobile World Congress to have that process running. I particularly will be keen to explore particularly what smaller newcomers, companies, organizations that are entering the market in particular segments, maybe in terms of products or services, have on offer. I do think we will see new radio products from both large vendors and smaller vendors. We will see a lot about operation and maintenance, OSS and BSS solutions. And we certainly will see a lot about OpenRAN and hopefully also some new announcements on how that is going to progress in the market. I think particularly in this phase of the industry where we are moving into cloud native technologies, I have a particular interest to see how that whole transformation is progressing, how both the large hyperscalers are contributing to the ecosystem, potential partnerships and launches that will be talked about, and maybe also some special capabilities, products, services building on that cloud platform, how they will come across and what progress will be seen in the industry in that space. Now, Mobile World Congress is not only about radio and RAN, there's a lot of dependencies with underlying capabilities in the transport network where there's a lot of innovation and new stuff happening. And there's also obviously other ways of doing access, for example, through Wi-Fi. And that brings me to what TIP is going to talk about and exhibit together with our sponsors in Hall 5. We certainly will talk about OpenRAN. I'm coming back to that a little bit later. But we will also showcase the latest in our OOPT domain, which is the Open Optical and Packet Transport area, where we have open and disaggregated products and solutions that are already in full swing commercial deployment, and some announcements have been made leading up to Mobile World Congress, and our partners in the ecosystem are presenting their progress in the area. Also, as I'm referred to Wi-Fi, open Wi-Fi particularly is an area that TIP is promoting. That is to compare with OpenRAN. It's in a way also opening up the possibility to combine products and components from different vendors into creating a more dynamic and innovative Wi-Fi ecosystem. And we have, during the year leading up to Mobile World Congress, made a lot of progress, and we expect to press the accelerator and push Open Wi-Fi together with the industry partners broader into the marketplace. So that's something we are really happy to talk about. And last but not least, we have a lot to talk about on OpenRAN, where various subgroups of our OpenRAN project group are going to present progress, particularly in the area of the RIC and the applications around that, and certainly also in terms of how the general OpenRAN ecosystem is evolving. So I expect to see a lot of you, if not all of you, at Mobile World Congress, and hopefully we have a lot of conversations about the industry and its evolution going forward. Now, when it comes to OpenRAN specifically, I do think 2023 is going to be an interesting year. My view is we will see a continuously increasing momentum with new partnerships forged between vendors, operators who are moving from trials and proof of concepts into at least initial commercial deployment. I do believe however, that there is still work left in OpenRAN, not so much in the fundamental technologies, but more in how we create, let's say, a feasible way to introduce OpenRAN at scale into real networks, where it also will coexist with earlier deployed technologies and solutions over a long period of time. That is not only about technology, it's very much about mindset, about operational procedures, and certainly about how we can, as an industry, ensure that we have solutions that are verified, are kind of tested against the real environment where they're going to interact. And to that extent, particularly TIP's strategy is to, together with its ecosystem partners, to move forward in promoting and also driving forward concepts that enable testing to become based more on commercial grade requirements and validation in terms of those requirements that are prioritized by the operators in terms of their deployment decisions. We talk actually about system release certification as a concept that we are discussing with all our ecosystem partners, and hopefully during 2023 we will see some initial showcases and instantiations of how that can enable commercial scale for OpenRAN.